morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the day of the video down. How's it going today? It's a Sunday, it's late, we're about to go to bed. I'm in my jams. But what's been going on? I'll give you a quick roundup of the day. I got up this morning at about 7:15, got up, spent about an hour or so just sorting out daily vlogs. I managed to fall behind recently on descriptions, I think, because I was, Thursday night I was out, Friday night I was out, Saturday night, don't know why I didn't do it Saturday. Daytime, I don't know. So I managed to catch up on daily vlogs, got that all sorted. Laura got up, we had breakfast, watched Andrew Marr show, as I normally do, on a Sunday. Also apologise for my scruffiness, having to shave tomorrow. I've been like pottering about, done lots of work on my projects, multiple plural today. So I was working away on my laptop. We then got ready and headed on out to Tesco. We went to go and get Graham some more chew things and some mints for dinner because we needed lamb mints and Sainsbury's didn't have any when we first went shopping. We had to buy Graham another one of these because she'd ruined it again. We've had a bit of a rearrange, so a tube now is acting as this, and then she's got a little thing here. I made a joke today, living in a hamster's paradise. She is. There she is, cleaning herself. Yeah, so we got some mints and then came back up here. We had some lunch and then I've been working away, been in the office, programming. Laura's been baking some banana bread. And then we did all the normal Sunday stuff of ironing, cleaning out Graham, cooking dinner. We had shepherd's pie for dinner, it's very nice. And then we, after dinner, chilled out for about an hour or so, had a bath, and then we watched another episode of the National Treasure, which is really good. It's very strange, but really, really good. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. Newsflash on the shower. Our landlord says that he's been struggling to get any of his recommended plumbers because they've been on holiday, but he should be able to get on hold of one tomorrow. To which I emailed back saying, does that mean it's going to be fixed tomorrow? Because it's been broken for a week and a bit now, and it's almost going to hit 2 weeks. Well, it's not, but it's almost going to hit a week and a half. And to which I'm not convinced it is, which isn't nice. I'm getting really sick of it, and I feel like we've been nice enough to this point. And what's irritating is if it broke and if I had control of it, I feel like I would have dealt with it by now. I think if I was a landlord and my preferred plumbers were only available, well, I rung them and they were away for a week, I wouldn't wait a week. I would get a different plumber, even if that meant going for one that I didn't know about. I feel like I would have done that at least by Wednesday, 4 days in. Anyway, 5 days in. So, yeah, that's annoying. Hopefully we'll have a working shower tomorrow, but I doubt it, to be honest. So, otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to go to bed. Another short video, catching up. Tomorrow we are actively writing some code. We're not writing tests anymore, we're writing my new fancy, shiny new refactored code, which is good. Going shopping. Doing lots of programming. Programming. I've been working on my code base. I had a couple of issues because I'm doing the compiler stuff, and when I was doing the compiler last time I found some scenarios where some compilers you could only use once. You couldn't use them in a multi-threaded fashion. So I originally built the code to be as multi-threaded as possible so it could separate out into several different threads. But I then had to be able to do that in a way where I could then control the behind the scenes there's only one compiler in this instance. Because of the way that I now do dependency injection, that becomes slightly more difficult, so I've figured out a way of going around doing that with a net of factories that create stuff. So the compiler is hidden behind a thing so that it'll only ever give it one instance of the compiler. Also the place that it generates all the information, the settings from, is different now. So it only will ever create one instance of the compiler, regardless, unless it loses track of that compiler. I don't think it would do it then actually, I think it would just let's just hope that never happens. And yes, I've been doing that, but otherwise I've been working on my Android app thing, and by working on my Android app I mean like playing around with it like just in the Android stuff rather than like diving into the C# codey stuff. It's an Android app using C# in Xamarin, and at the moment I'm just trying to like kind of get used to how to do things. So I went through like a couple of tutorials, added some buttons around, did some stuff, and I've done something now where I've got like a splash page that it will load up as it's loading, and then I'm going to try and build it. I don't really have a tactic for how to build it, but I'm going to try and build it up in a way that's like quite how I'd use it, if you know what I mean, rather than a logical way. So I'm going to have like a splash screen, and then the splash screen is going to make like an asynchronous call to try and verify itself with the server. It won't be able to verify itself with the server, so then I'm going to build a login screen that will then do like OAuth login and stuff. Give me some interesting stuff there, which is going to be cool. But yeah, I haven't really had a chance to get in and play with that, because specifically like running and debugging the app brings up an emulator, and that's difficult on my Surface Book because it has limited RAM. So once you've got like Visual Studio running and stuff like that, that's eating quite a lot of the RAM. It's got like 8 gig of RAM, but then losing 2 gig of that at least to an emulator is a bit too chunky when Visual Studio is running as well, and obviously the operating system and stuff. So it just starts to struggle. Whereas Atlas has 16 gigs, so it's not a problem. But yeah, so I've been working on that in there. This week, my priority is I want to try and do that, and I've also got to do some logo design stuff, because I'm going to get in touch with the person I was talking about logos with, and I need 3 logos now. Yeah, three main logos, and then I don't really care about the last, like the other thing. I've worked on that a long time. But we're getting back into the work where like churning stuff out, and we need to like start using to-do lists properly. I've also migrated email app. Cloud Magic, which is my previous favourite email app in the world, has changed to Newton and is now charging £3 a month, and I don't think it's worth that. So I've now using Outlook. I didn't like Gmail, so I've gone to Outlook. And it's okay, it's not perfect, but it's okay. The bonus Cloud Magic was perfect, but it's not £3 perfect. It's maybe like £10 a year perfect, or £1 a month perfect, but not £3 a month. So, I mean, I could literally go to Microsoft and get like fucking Cloud 365 subscriptions for that much. Like, it's not that far off, so I'm gonna get going. Thank you very much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen, and I will catch you later.